Post 1. Am I the jerk for refusing immediate custody to my son's mom after 12 years? I never planned to be a single father. I did not plan anything beyond sleepless nights and little socks that vanish in the dryer. Our son, Noah, is 12 now. He can build a cardboard bridge that holds a stack of books for science club. He thinks in questions and draws diagrams on napkins. The first diagram he ever drew was a circle for me and a smaller circle for him. He pressed the circles together and said, "Home." I kept the napkin. His mother, Marissa, left when he was 4 months old. The pediatrician had just cleared him for his second round of shots. We were in the fog and grind of postpartum, and she was not sleeping. I watched her fold into herself. I begged for a therapist. She said God would fix it if we were faithful. One morning, she put a note on the counter that said she needed space to heal and that she was a danger to Joy. She left with a duffel bag and a bus ticket receipt. I called her mother. I called her best friend. I called her phone until the voicemail filled. I stood in the kitchen with a crying baby and the sound of my own breath. And I did what the nurse told me to do in the discharge paperwork. Feed the baby, sleep when you can, call for help. I filed for emergency custody at our county courthouse because the pediatrician said I needed the legal authority to sign medical consent forms without delay. The judge granted it. For a year, postcards arrived from different towns with a Bible verse and no return address. The verses were always about surrender. Then the postcards stopped. I kept the emergency order in a folder with Noah's shot records and daycare contracts. I learned how to braid hair on a plush toy so I would not pull his curls when they grew wild at the nape. I kept going. 12 years later, Marissa walked across our front yard carrying a leather Bible and a man with a microphone voice in tow. He introduced himself before she did. "Gregory Hale," he said, "but everyone calls me Pastor Greg." He is not ordained. He runs a men's fellowship group and a channel where he lectures into a ring light about leadership and headship. He smells like aftershave and certainty. He put his hand on my railing like he owned the porch and said, "We are here to reclaim this family." Noah was at science club. I stood in the doorway so they could not step into the house. Marissa looked thinner. Her hair was longer. She did not cry. She said God had delivered her from a season, and she was ready to be his mother again. She said 12 years is long enough for a man to control the narrative. I heard a familiar mix of words and blame. I kept my voice even. I said, "If you want to reconnect with Noah, it has to be slow and safe. He does not know you." Pastor Greg cut in.